He's almost untackleable.
The umpires tonight, Foot, Farmer and Rosebery. Grundy back in the team. Hampson still in the team. We're set to go. Umpire Farmer, best bouncer in the business. How about that one? Hampson on the way down. Crisp goes after it, misses the target. Ramsey tracks it back towards half-back. The go, it's going to be a Ramsey free. He'll get it. Advantage is paid belatedly. Pendlebury comes away, spots Blair. Blair's marked it down towards left half forward.
Pendlebury started as a spare man in defence. That's how he got loose.
Awkward kick, showed a lot of it to the defence. Picked up by Greenwood. Hand passes Goldwood. Going back is Cochin. He's in the pocket. Gets a hand pass off. Grimes in mid-air. Vulnerable. Cochin's kick off balance out of bounds on the full.
Well, he's had a couple of touches, Richo, but neither of them really effective. So the skipper with those slow starts that Matty talked about. So Blair tucked away in the pocket. Treloar and Ellis.
A little bit of chat there, Bruce. I'm sure he's telling him that, you know, you didn't come to our club. Let's see how you go tonight.
And you made a good point, Duck, pre-match. They've been in the finals the last 3 years, the Tigers.
That's right.
So does he set it up to the top of the goal square, or does he go for goal here?
I think he's going for goal.
It's half of one and half of the other, so pretty poor effort. Hampson probably could have marked. Geez, heavily strapped. Have a look at Hampson's left leg here.
It's a lot of shin guard and a lot of strapping there from Sean Hampson. You're right, Bruce. Take that mark. Back yourself in. Have confidence. Don't give Collingwood another chance of kicking a goal from a stoppage.
Manager out of the congestion. Sends it towards the outer side. Bounces on its point. Short arrived quickly. Tackled high, though. It's going to be a Collingwood ball. They take advantage. Around the boundary. Oxley centering ball. Missed down there by Moore. Blair onto it. Surrounded. Smothered by Vlostone. Grimes to a man under the pump. Well played, Treloar. In goes Blair. Well played from the ground. Eventually, Greg was the man to get it out. But it goes nowhere as far as the Tigers are concerned, other than out of bounds. There's Hooley, an early possession for him.
Such a fine player coming across from the Bombers. Sets up so much from the back half. So Hampson, Grundy. Grundy back in the team tonight. Those second efforts of his are a highlight, aren't they? Crisp coughed it up, but Greg just missed Cochin in a boundary throw-in. So fairly sloppy start, to be truthful.
Yeah, both teams a little bit nervous, a few fumbles, but both teams putting pressure on.
Feel like this will be not a high-scoring game. We saw all the goals kicked last weekend.
Contact below the knees, Collingwood.
So Grundy against Cochin. So Grundy from about 55 metres.
Been good early, Grundy.
Takes something off the kick towards the pocket, storming up the solo. Gutsy Mark Townsend. Now 50. It's the quick and the dead. I think against DeGoey. It's back inside the centre square now. Townsend lays it off Cochin. They're force-feeding him at the moment. Here's Rance. Drives it up towards the wing. Beautiful kick. Coming to meet at Asprey. Good game last week. Cochin again. They want him to get touches, and why not? McIntosh drives it inside the forward 50. And Lloyd, perhaps the most interesting man on the ground.
They're going out of their way to get it to Cochin early in the game, and he's already had 4 disposals.
Make him sound like the world's most interesting man. That's a different gig altogether. But Lloyd, 6 times 3 goals, 21 games, got a couple last week. This is Lambert, who was his star late in the game against Carlton. That'll be a good gig. World's most interesting man.
He was absolutely brilliant last week, Lambert. In that last quarter, when they needed someone to stand up, he did it.
And he did kick the first goal of the game. And he's done it again. Nice. The kick that started it was Rance out of defence across half back. That was a beauty. And they built and went quickly forward. Finishing up with Lambert.
Gee, Dim, we all thought we were working with the most interesting man in the world, Duck Lemmy himself.
I don't drink.
the Richmond skipper, up to 4 disposals, but they are really going out of their way, as Richo said, to give him the footy, just a little handball receives round the back. I don't mind a little bit of that, but if he spends his entire night getting his possessions like that, he's going to end up hurting his team. He's got to get them in attacking places as well.
Push in the back, Richmond.
So Tigers get the free kick.
It's rhubarb for me, Lingy, because they're fake possessions.
Yep.
That's all they are. I mean, he has to get, when him as a captain, get in, get the hard ball, do what he does best.
So what about Lambert, the big last quarter? First goal of the season last week, first goal of the match again tonight. Hurley, oh, that was consummate and very easy, and then bangs forward, Grundy and Griffiths. Griffiths had a good look at it. Frost on the up. Crisp and Treloar, but coughs it up. Asprey, a second mark in a similar position for him, and the Tigers on top here. Floston, short again. They've got players everywhere. Well done coming in late there. Was Oxley back in the team tonight, one of the 4 changes. Chris stood up well. Greenwood under the pump, gets a free.
Back Collingwood, straight to him. Push out.
So they dodged the bullet there, the Pies.
Yeah, Treloar's kick coming out of the defensive 50 just had to get a little bit of air on that ball.
Here's Williams. Inside the defensive 50.
Another one.
Directly to McIntosh. He'll send it back in again. Dangerous kick though. To go, he read it off the boot. There you go. Martin got it across to Miles. Gets it back there from McIntosh. The hand pass, an errant one though. Bounces to Blair. Blair on his knees. Gave it back. In trouble Sinclair. Trying to get through as more. This is Pendlebury. Dances around a couple. Treloar back to his captain. Pendlebury loops it out wide. Taken by Langdon. Goes back inside. Pendlebury cuts around behind him and releases Treloar to space. Treloar about 75 metres out. Where's Cloak when you need him? Long kick goes in that direction. He won't get to the contest, or will he? No. That's a gutsy mark by McIntosh.
That is a great grab by McIntosh, but I didn't mind seeing Travis Cloak just attack the pack. A little bit of urgency in the way he was playing their duck. That's what we want to see from him tonight.
So Hurley short. Townsend, they're probably going to use Hurley here. No, decides not to. Kicks the ball up to half forward. Lloyd. Pendlebury's been very good early. Just didn't quite get a handle on it. Gets it back, though, to the advantage of Sinclair to Brown, who arches his back, gets his way through to De Goey. So promising De Goey. Good looking kick off the boot. Cloak in a contest. Greenwood takes a couple on. Strong tackle. Ball up.
Well, Pendlebury is playing behind the football.
Sorry, Richard.
Too high there, yeah. Pendlebury's playing behind the footy and had 6 disposals already.
Levi Greenwood with the footy then. Collingwood yet to score.
Just have to get it cleaned up.
This could test him. He'll kick from about 55. Big crowd in. And he goes short and just kicks it directly to Ellis. I've got to say there wasn't much movement there if he wanted to pass. Ellis comes out wide. Griffiths with that rubber helmet again tonight. Lambert. Sinclair stayed on his feet. Got to do that. Pendlebury trying to lift his team. He's been active. Treloar helping him. Now Greenwood surges through midfield. One kick down towards full forward. Moore gave a contest. Loose ball. Picked up by Asprey. Gave it to McIntosh. Rance didn't expect the hand pass. McIntosh goes after the football. I doubt it's coming out. Ball up.
Richmond pressure's been very good. Already 8 minutes into this game. Richmond have taken 5 marks from Collingwood kicks. So they're intercepting the footy a lot at the moment. Collingwood got to sharpen up their skills.
Hampson good to go. Heard the couple of great things from McIntosh down back. Hurley clever. Did it so well. Townsend works his way through. Done a good job here. Asprey building the ball to centre wing. Griffiths was doing the roving. Brown had to stand up. Frost to Reed. First time we've called him. Gets the ball out wide. Langdon has to wait. Got a pretty good bounce in the end. Good kick too. Collingwood to build here. Treloar busy as always. Neat looking kick. That's better. Blair probably outside his range. Moore attacked it hard. Cloak to put the first tackle on. Grigg caught up. Ball up.
Been all about their disposal so far. Collingwood just can't hit a target, and also their decision making. Right now, just not picking the right option, just panicking a little bit as they go forward. They just need to have a little bit more composure when they go inside their forward 50.
So Townsend is coming off with the blood rule. That's happened a few times in recent weeks. Or is it Lostone? Townsend ran off ahead of Lostone, who's coming off now. Maybe they collided. No laughing matter. Knocked down by Hampson, taken by Ellis. That's Brandon Ellis. Kicks it out wide. It stays in. Reid, well played. Good shepherd from Williams. Reid goes down the line. Good hand pass to Adams. Williams around his left side to space. They lead in all directions to the footy, Collingwood. Knocked away though, and Asprey again. Growing in stature. Brandon Ellis. Hooley. This will be interesting. A foot race to the outer side. Oxley leads. Pendlebury letting him know he's by himself. Searing pass. Well read by Hooley. Dumped it away from De Goey.
That was a great example, Collingwood going inside 50. Moore did the right thing, got it to front. That's where you want to be, front and square. Collingwood players were running past the footy. That's basic 101. Be at the feet of the big man.
So Grundy, well done by Griffiths, and then Grigg off his step. So Collingwood had plenty of chances. Did Reid push out? I think he might have. So Hampson, the heavily taped Hampson out wide. Ellis to try and set up, and that's a probing kick to half forward. Revolt. Frost did well. He jumped early and put the spoil on and a boundary throw in. Sinclair running it over. So it's not really hands, is it? It's more forearm, isn't it?
It was definitely just forearm, but maybe just too much of it.
Yep.
But Hampson certainly made the umpire known.
Boundary throw in. Griffiths tapped it down. Taken by Williams. At close quarters, Treloar, Oxley, Sinclair, and now Pendlebury. Bursting past is Ramsey. Carries it inside the centre square. That's a better kick. And Cloak takes the mark. The retrospective roar goes up. And that's a good boot. Batterwoods full forward. Collingwood again lead in all directions for Solo. I think he intended that. Might have just been a case of the ball finding the boot as much as the boot finding the ball, but the Solo had a good season last year, kicked some goals for them. Second best season he's had as a Magpie. And starting tonight with their first goal. So scores are level, and Collingwood getting most of the footy, you got to say, but squandering it.
You were right too, Dennis. That was a great kick by Cloak. It was quick, it was penetrating.
Well, that was the first piece of fluent play and being able to execute their skills correctly. Cloak, good mark, got it on quickly. You can see there for Solo, just got his boot to it, but that was just good, clean footy from Collingwood. 27 goals last year for Solo, his best 28. 3 seasons before that, Hampson wins it easily. Collingwood with a lot of the ball early and on the board now. Pendlebury playing off that half-back, puts Adams under the pressure. Mopped up by Townsend's been good. Lloyd to Ellis. Ellis to fall forward. Reid did well. He just got rid of Revolt there. Frost to get back. Good pick up by the big guy. To Ramsey. Ramsey, neat kick. Oxley's got it. We talked about Oxley pre-match, Dennis. He can find the footy, can't he?
Yeah, no doubt about that. Pendlebury doing exactly that right now. Here's McCaffrey. Good to see him back. Pendlebury, 10 possessions at the halfway mark. Not even the halfway mark of the opening turn. There goes the kick from McCaffrey down towards half forward. Cloak battling with Grimes, and Grimes pushes the ball out of bounds.
I'm just not sure how you can let Scotty Pendlebury play loose across half-back and not have anyone go anywhere near him. He's had the 10 disposals so far halfway through this first quarter. The word going around was he had sore ribs. They've put no physical pressure onto him whatsoever.
Battle on the outer side. Griffiths trying to feed it out. Hunt did well. Nice pick-up. Lambert got boot to ball. Bustling player. Batterwoods half forward. They met at the footy. Going after a Townsend, but that was careless.
So, Lingy, you reckon Richmond should play a 7-man forward line one-on-one?
Well, even if they want to stick with the 6-man and they're happy for Collingwood to have a spare, don't let it be Scott Pendlebury. Push it to the least dangerous, of all the Collingwood defenders.
Yeah, very good point. He's one bloke that you don't want to be loose.
Ramsey goes back inside the defensive 50. Reid to Williams. He looks for Brown. Brown not moving quickly enough. Didn't help Williams at all that time. Now he's standing alongside him as the short one comes to Crisp. And he's marked the defensive side of the wing. Short. Adams. He's a courageous player, this man. Just reaching back, big body coming up behind him, oblivious to all of that. Took the mark, goes out wide. Now they can run at the defence. There's a man on in the pocket. He needs to clear the mark, get back and send it in. Well, he goes for the more direct route. 3 of them there. Cleared cloak. Ellis back behind the pack, run down by Oxley, but Oxley fell into his back.
Straight back.
61st consecutive game for Ellis. Played a lot of footy for his age. Strong mark, Townsend.
Taking a couple of strong marks now, Townsend.
And that one cut off by Reid, who read it so well, and then kicks beautifully to Cloak. Well done. Courage from the big guy.
Yeah, really well done, Bruce. Good call. Had to stand under that one. Knew the Richmond opponent, Alex Rance, was coming hard. Stood under it. Strong hands. Well done by Travis Cloak.
And that's the key. You've got to remain dangerous. He's in a dangerous spot. The ball gets kicked to him. Rance loves to play off. So always be dangerous. Always make Rance think.
Well, this is massive, isn't it? Talk so much about the jitters in front of goal. I mean, not a simple kick, but it didn't get close.
No, he didn't get close, but he's getting the pill, and that's most important for Collingwood right now.
And a hard whack. Mightn't do him anything that's unhelpful either. There's Blastone. Got it back from Hooley. High ball. Sinclair. Well, everybody jumped at that ball. Richmond in front get a free kick. Vickery.
Ty Vickery's done the same as what he did last week. He spent the first 10 or 11 minutes on the bench. It's a set thing. He's going to come on the ground at about the 10, 12-minute mark of each quarter. Richmond have set that up.
Here's Greg back in the team tonight. Goes down towards right half forward. He'll direct it. Reid got hands to it. Couldn't hang on. Rolls back towards him. Pendlebury was there. Reid snatched it away from him. Griffiths coughed it up, or did he? No. Lloyd gets through. Got the hand pass from Townsend. And the short one comes back to Cochin. He's only about 25 metres out. Should kick it.
These guys push out 10 metres.
Very clever. Townsend was good in that play again. He's got down back. He's doing it up forward. He's had a really good start to this game.
3 times best and fairest winner, the captain. Still only 25. Hasn't been in peak form. As evidence with that kick. Out to the right-hand side. I was going to say parts of last year and even in the practice matches and last week, he's been a little flat.
So Marley Williams gets a little bit of extra distance. Griffiths worked underneath it. Asprey, Greenwood first to touch it. Crisp. Hurley makes the contest. Back with Crisp. Well done. Adams couldn't quite take it. Hurley was good. Townsend we've talked a lot about. Miles, ex-teammate, kicks to fall forward. Vickery the big fly. Williams, here's Pendlebury again. So good on both sides of the body. Opens it up for Oxley. Collingwood can make some progress here. To go his kick along the line. Cloak's made a good start here. Talked a lot about his response. It's been positive. Field kicking's never been a problem, I reckon. Kicks to centre half forward. Moore has to release it. Took a while to Treloar. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Miles cuts it off. A lot of GWS out there, isn't there? And Ellis turns his man cleverly.
Sends it beyond the wing on the bounce. Taken by Lloyd. Ramsey shrugged off. Hard man to bring down. Lloyd goes short. Taylor Hunt. It's about 75 metres from goal. Just lobs it over Langdon. Good hard running by Townsend. We're seeing a lot of GWS out there. And all of them pretty prominent. Poor kick there. Inside the forward 50. The mark is taken by Reid. Reid decides to go to the back pocket. That's a precise kick, and he finds Oxley. Moves the field up.
He looks a good Nick Reid, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's reading it well. That's when he was at his best. He just read the ball so early in the air. He's doing that now, intercepting well.
Duck, you spoke to Neil Baum. We all did pre-match, and he was confident Reid was ready, wasn't he?
Yeah, very confident, and he's 100% fit. He certainly started that way.
So So, terrific contest. Low scoring. All square. Asprey, cut-off. We've seen a lot of cut-offs. So much intercepting in this opening term. Adams got it from Treloar. That's down the field. So Collingwood with another chance here. He is a tough hombre, Adams. So Greenwood sets it up about 15 metres from goal. Moore against 3. No one to do the front and centre, but Moore did well. Cloak tries to hold it up. Martin was just terrific. Miles uses Martin again, who had to wait for it.
Spilt to McCaffer. Good work by Adams. McCaffer. Oh, big mark Moore. Son of a gun. Directly in front. About 30 metres out.
And don't you love that confidence? Look at that. That's the All-Australian centre-half back in the last 2 years there. And I love the fact that when he went back, just a little bump, as if to say, I'm not intimidated.
What about Adam Treloar? 34 possessions against Sydney. He's got 9 in this term. Looking as comfortable as corduroy. There goes the kick on its way from Moore. It's a goal. Collingwood lead. That was a strong mark by a very promising young player. He's leaving the ground now. He's dashing off. Collingwood just looking certainly to have more of the ball. Some of their football has been hit and miss, but they're up by 6 points, and I think that's a fair reflection of what we've seen so far as we approach quarter time.
I love the mark Darcy Moore took, but I also love that was about 10 seconds earlier. There were 4 Richmond players there, and he brought it to ground. The ball came back just outside 50, came back in, and then he took that mark and finished with the goal. 2 great efforts from Darcy Moore.
Collingwood a lot more of the footy early. 94 to 72 disposals. Martin twisting and turning to Grigg, to Hampson, to Revolt, and that's a short kick looking for Vickery, and Brown cuts it off.
Bucks would be wrapped with the contested ball there. +8 at the moment, Collingwood. We know last week it was -31 to Sydney.
And Richo would be pretty happy with Pendlebury's opening term too.
Well, it's just giving them some composure at half-back. We know how silky he is, and it's been a good move by Bucks to get him back there, and he just doesn't waste a possession.
I wouldn't be at all surprised that he'll go forward late in this match, because it's a sort of good mark. Asprey's been good. Played such little footy really over the last few years.
Hand pass from Revolt. Cochin inside the forward 50. Will it get there quickly enough? Short. He's marked about 40 metres out directly in front.
I think that any danger from Scott Pendlebury there was any danger of manning up. There's the mark from David Asprey, one-on-one with Grundy.
Well, Grundy has to do better there. That ball just has to come to ground.
That's a terrific grab by Jaden Short. Strong mark.
Shortest man on the ground too. This kick is a beauty. Oh! First possession and a goal.
Joins the club then, eh?
Yeah, Jaden Short. It's a good mark too against quality, so he does nothing else in football, and I'm sure he will do plenty, but he outmarked the Collingwood captain on Friday Night Football. You're going to love that.
So this is pre-match. Nathan Foley, what a warrior he was, presenting the Guernsey to Jaden Short. Lovely touch pre-match. The boy from Bundoora, first kick in league footy, a goal. He joins the club, eh? It was a good mark too against quality opposition. De Goey spins and turns and kicks to centre-half forward, but Rance cuts it off. So what a great night for the youngster. Hunt. Short. We've lost him. Heard the umpire. Revolt. Up the ground again, getting most of his touches there, pushing wide. Minaju off. Short, and gets there to Hampson. to a couple of fingernails from Collingwood trying to get involved. Gee, we've seen a lot of short passing tonight in this opening term, haven't we?
They're really starting to slice their way through this Collingwood defence, or how they're setting up. Collingwood not playing that real tight man-on-man, trying to play a bit of a zone. And at the moment, Richmond slicing their way through it.
He's only played 16 of the 47 possible matches as a Tiger. He had a set shot last week and it wasn't pretty. But we know he can kick a goal. And that one never really online. Marriage, we're told, probably next week to come back, so he'll come straight back in for somebody.
Great angle kick moments ago from Revolt to Menadue. Allowed him to run on. This is Williams. Didn't quite get it as he would have hoped. Very high kick, bounces just inside the centre square. Greenwood on the way down. Blair comes back to Crisp. Over the top, but it took a long time to get there. Gloucester ripped it away from Grundy and gives it to Greg, and Greg goes short and puts it on the chest of Ramsey. There's a player down. Slow to get up, it's Townsend. Gee, he's in the wars. Meantime, Cloak's got the footy on the outer side. He's looking okay. Long ball behind is a chance for Gold. Not quick enough. Great acceleration through the curve from Grimes into the path of Hurley. Hurley tracks it back. Could have done better than that. On his knees, Treloar, 10 possessions now. Gave it to Greenwood. De Goey surrounded. Goes back to Greenwood. It's a bit interesting call.
And Richmond want one down there, Dennis, if they could have got it in again.
You can't penalise incompetence.
Grimes has done the hammy. He knows straight away. Oh, he's had a bad run with soft tissue injuries. Dylan Grimes, he's still out there because he has to be. He can't get to the bench, but he's definitely done the hammy.
So Grundy getting over the top. Ellis hooking back to centre wing. So the race on here. Brown to Frost. Steady Eddie Frost, isn't he? I mean, off that rookie list last year, missed very few matches over the last couple of seasons. Pendlebury, Brown, and good smother from Menadue. So does Grimes. Is he still there, Lingy? I guess he is, yeah.
He's still there at full back, though he's not even trying to get somebody back. So when I say he's definitely done the hammy, it looked like he'd done the hammy.
Absolutely.
He's not getting any urgency to get towards the bench.
He's moving all right, Lingy. I think he might be okay.
Hampson, I'm glad I'm not a racehorse and you're not the vet. Well, fascinating opening term on a really big Friday night. Collingwood keeping up. They led for much of it. They had most of it. Pendlebury outstanding. Question mark about Grimes. Cotchin missed a shot, had a bit of the ball. Quarter time here, and it's the Tigers by a point over the Pies. It's 14-13.
So if there's any soreness there, I would suggest they'd be conservative with Dylan Grimes.
Matthew Richardson on the boundary 14 times. Richmond's leading goal kicker. 14 times. Start the second term. Friday night football. On the way down Hampson.
Straight arm, Collingwood.
Oh. Grundy gets a free kick. He's been competitive. Lays it off. Sinclair runs through the centre square. High ball inside the forward 50. Up was Moore. Loose ball at the back. Hooley. Cotchin confronted by Galt. Ditto. There's another man bearing down on Gloucester, and eventually it comes across towards Corey Ellis. And he finds Menadue with a short pass. So Menadue, short of left half back, goes down the line. Lloyd in front. Fist came from Frost. Picked up by Crisp. Falling to ground Ramsey. Tied up Sinclair. Over the top Miles. And the ball up.
Dustin Martin just not quite getting into the game yet, seeing him go at the footy there. Hasn't had a kick. He's had the 5 disposals. Richmond would love to get him on the end of a couple.
He's a big kicker rather than a handballer generally, isn't he? So that's unusual. Make it half a dozen. Hampson was good there. Menadue running hard to Ellis. So the two 19-year-olds, and now Martin getting involved to Jack, and Revolt's kick looks fantastic off the boot. Couldn't quite stick it to Lambert. Ball still in dispute, not coming out. And I think it'll be a ball. Just a good kick coming in.
Nice tie. That was a great kick by Martin. Just lowered his eyes beautifully to Jack. And then a great kick from Jack.
1 metre.
Should have done better. Lambert trying to do better now. Cochin. Those misses generally have been to the right this season, and that one again is out there.
Blue dot tie.
Behind, Tigers lead by 2. Beginning the second term here at the MCG. Here's Williams to bring it in. Salmon decision. Now goes straight down the middle. Grundy's in front. That's got to be a free kick. That was clumsy. They had 2-on-1 really. May have even been the chance for Vlosterham to take a chest mark, but Grundy comes up brandishing the football from the free. Down goes Vlosterham, and there's going to be a free kick. That's Richmond's way. Wow, Grundy.
Brody Grundy's given the handball off.
Silly.
Boston coming at him. I wouldn't mind seeing that from a different angle. It didn't look that bad. There it is. Yep, clear free kick, absolutely.
Revolt almost. And about a bit throwing.
Very silly by Brody Grundy. Collingwood were out and running. Did not need to do that.
So Jack's come up short. I reckon if you were his defence lawyer, Lingy, you wouldn't have called for that second.
Pretend that one doesn't exist.
So can he make amends here? Hampson gets to the front. We know one thing about Grundy. He competes. Lloyd into his back. No, ball up. So Jack still feeling the effects of that. A couple of big flies tonight. And you can see the contact there and a fair bit of pain. Crisp has been good. Revolt okay now. Normally a beautiful kick, and he finds Lambert. So constructive, Revolt, isn't he?
Yeah, it's amazing how you can be so sore, and when the ball comes there, you just have no thought about that sore back anymore, as he holds it after he delivers a beautiful pass.
If you've got to chase and tackle, you're still sore, aren't you?
Yes.
About 49 metres out. Good-looking kick. Is it? No, just a hook. So Tigers are missing some chances here. They dominated the early stages of the second quarter. Collingwood had most of it in the first term.
Just look for Williams here.
Guys, you can see Travis Cloak there right at the back of this point kicking. He is really holding back on these kick-ins. If they get a fast play, he could be out.
That's a great kick too, 60 metres out. The mark is taken here by Reid. Looking back towards the corridor. Treloar with the green light, runs to the wing, kicks inside the forward 50. Just punch it on some. Well, Galt's going to get a free kick. That was well spotted because Cloak is 25 metres behind McIntosh. Doesn't matter so much now, but had they moved that ball from the pack behind the pack, I think that Cloak could have kicked the goal. It's so much space. High ball miscue. Cloak got hands to it, missed it. Hooley off hands. Miles sold into trouble. Crisp got him. Well played by Ellis to Ellis. Now on the outer side, it's Lambert. Little chip up towards the wing. Tigers turn to move it. Vickery's got it. Looking down towards half forward. Runner cruises past. Ignores that. Comes back to the corridor. And takes the sting out of things. This is Vlosterham.
No conviction from Galt there, was there? I mean,
he had Travis Cloak in a mismatch then. He had a smaller opponent. Would have loved to have seen him just gone.
So Greg and Richmond transition the footy to a goal-scoring position to Revolt.
Not much in it at the moment. It's probably that transference of play and that skill execution that's in Richmond's favour. It's just beautiful use. Nothing he can do as a defender there.
Todd Hampson doesn't look great, to be honest, at the moment. He's really having a big limp. So Revolt, who is a beautiful kick normally, and guiding the post. Big career. His cousin plays his 300th tomorrow night. What a pair they are.
Pendlebury was a white in the first term. 13 possessions. Here's Ramsey. Out of the back pocket. Short of the wing. Langdon from the side. Falls in front. Hampson taken down. Falls back to Rance. Gave it to Cochin. Got a hand pass away. Miles couldn't handle it. It was hot. Now Langdon got it from Sinclair. Blair's away. down towards half forward, and the mark is taken by Cloak. Now, his best could almost ride this one home. As it is, he's decided to hold it up.
And I'd love to see him just go back and kick this. You're right, Dennis. His best rams this home, post high. Just back yourself in, Travis Cloak. He's a star. He needs to believe he's a star.
51 metres out. Kick is on the way. And this one doesn't come left to right. Just hangs in the air, held its line. And it's across the line for a behind. So Collingwood trail by 3.
I reckon he kicked one from there in the final that you beat them, Lingy, from even slightly further out, same pocket. So Vickery, well done. And then Jude down the line. Revolt moving well now. Reed wraps him up, boundary throw-in.
Well, Travis Cloak, I say he's a star, but his last 7 games that he's played probably don't read that way so much. He has struggled. He obviously struggled big time last week against Sydney. It's just inside his head, because when he's at his best, he's one of the best power forwards in the competition. He's just got to know that and demand the footy, back himself in.
So I thought it might have been friendly fire for a minute there, but Townsend gets the free kick. Was it a Collingwood player or a Richmond player that ran into him? Townsend has set it up about 20 metres out. Vickery the flyer. Well, has he done it again, the kid? Behind. They're short.
In the right spot, though, so that's a positive for young Short down there. That's his job as a crumbing forward, front and square.
Just a powerful kick, too. There's Pendlebury. So clearly starting behind the ball and just following it up the ground to himself. Runs towards the pocket. Then Short. Reed has made a very good comeback tonight. Finished the season strong last year. Short one to centre half back. This is Crisp. Runs around, kicking to a contest. Missed out there, and as a result, the crummer, Brandon Ellis, after Ash didn't take the mark, they were in trouble, Collingwood, although they'll get the ball back. It was a poor hand pass by the Tigers. Oxley is taken down through the legs of Sinclair. Crisp did well. Ramsey found a way through. Treloar with the right boot. Hangs a long time. Going back. Oh, well done by Grigg to come back. Well done by Hooley to actually snatch it away from him. And now Grigg's got the ball. Little chip down towards half forward and Menadue.
One of 2 teenagers out there tonight. Corey Ellis the other.
Move it on.
Collingwood with 3 20-year-olds.
East-west, right out, Alex.
So Miles going back to Rance. No real bounce from Rance yet off half-back. That's a poor kick. Don't see that too often. Adams, Treloar's kick doesn't find a target. Rance was really good. Hurley, now some bounce from Rance. And again, the handball a little sloppy, but McIntosh has got time. Gets it wider to Ellis, and then Ellis careful with the kick to Martin. That kick in board, not great. Sinclair, Crisp on the up. Treloar, good hands. Aish, wide. Oxley, Blair, Collingwood to build through centre wing.
De Goey is running hard down towards half forward. He ignores that. Bounces one down towards the 50 for Solo. Gathers the footy, hooks it. And De Goey sustained his run. Now that started alongside the centre circles. Terrific by the young man.
Brilliant running, Dennis, you're right. But this is what's hurting Richmond at the moment. Skill errors galore by hand and by foot. That time by one of their best kicks, Dustin Martin. But Jordan De Goey saw a chance to get forward into space. Terrific work rate.
Important kick this one then. 30 metres out. He's a quality young player. And he puts it straight through the middle. So Collingwood back in front. They lead by 2. And mistakes are hurting both sides. Generally, the Tigers have looked better by foot. But having said that, that was a bad mistake, and they made a few of them in this term. Collingwood have squandered even more. But De Goey, through hard running, he's going to be a very good young player.
And that was just good gut running. You see there, lovely technique. That'll be the difference. It'll be the side that converts and makes the most of their opportunities when they should.
So taken 5 in the draft, as Pendlebury was 9 years earlier. The boy from St Kevin. So Collingwood with their noses in front. Tigers with all the chances basically in the second term. Cochin around the body. He's kicked a couple of behinds, had a fair bit of the ball. So against Reid now, we know Griffiths is a long kick, and he's given that a big fly. Oh, so did Lloyd fly. Well done, Ramsey getting involved. Off the deck by Frost. Brown had to be careful there. Brown and Frost getting back. Lloyd involved. Ball almost with Ramsey. Langdon, and Vickery takes him over. And a boundary throw in. Right, so we were right.
Yeah, with that sort of icing on the hammy, his night looks well and truly done now. That's a shame for him. Bad history of hammy injuries.
Yeah, the Grimes boys haven't had a lot of luck. Ramsey goes down. Townsend tries to crash his way out of there. He took them on. Goal. Hand passes to no one in particular. Over the ball is Lambert. Slapped away and out of bounds. No idea who slapped it. He'll be thrown in. That's a big crowd. For a side that didn't play well last week and a side that lost by 80 points. Tells you everything you need to know. Griffiths, body to body with Galt, runs free at the back, taken there by Greenwood. The right boot is not his strong suit. Bounces one out towards the wing. Asprey left it behind. Over the football is Blair. Asprey's over him, and the umpire whistles it up. So a ball up on the wing.
Not pretty, but it's tense and absorbing stuff. Miles and Grigg. Cochin had a few of those tonight where he's been able to hook the ball back. Vickery launched himself. Lloyd had it a little while. Reid getting down low, had to release. And Hampson maybe a little untidy in that. Going back. For Collingwood to fulfill its potential, Reid has to play, don't you? I mean, they're a much better team when he's playing.
Such an important player.
And a versatile one too, isn't he? Can go forward at a pinch. Lambert gives it to Hooley. That's a good kick coming in. Now Lloyd's got a powerful leg. He wants to move it quickly, indicating perhaps he won't shoot. And he's put on the line. Lloyd just takes something off it. That is outstanding.
That is a beautiful kick. Well weighted. Great skill execution.
And Gregg's got the mark directly in front. So a chance for the Tigers to reclaim the lead.
Yeah, Mark's here. Thanks, Sean.
That is perfect.
Yeah. It takes courage to do that in its way, because you really are backing in your skills, and that sort of kick, if it comes unglued, could look terrible. It didn't. Now, can Grigg kick a goal? Well, that was very tentative. And he's missed wide left. If the glove fits, he must commit.
Might have had something to do with that glove he's got on there, Dennis.
Yes, maybe.
Stuck a little bit long in that left hand, but did not. The ball drop was terrible.
2 goals, 5 from 6 shots tonight. Tigers have missed a few, haven't they? And their last 6 scoring shots are behind.
All behind.
And Richo, there's no wind down there, is there?
It is absolutely still down here tonight. So the skill level and some of the turnovers, it's nothing to do with the conditions, guys. I just think 2 nervous teams, just not sure of their skills tonight.
So Adams keeping it along the line. Grundy was the big fly. So Grimes here. Let's go to Triple M's Doc White.
Yeah, g'day Bruce. Look, bad news for Dylan Grimes. We can see him here icing up. He's got a low right hamstring. He suffered that late in the last quarter running out of the back line, and we can see he just pulled up short there, and it's one of those ones down in the tendon. So we know he's had a lot of trouble with that hamstring going overseas to get it fixed with the calf blood, but bad luck for Dylan at no further part.
Thanks for that, Doc. So, yeah, he shocking run with injuries until the last couple of seasons, and Martin there did it so well to McIntosh. And Richmond looking pretty good as they move the ball forward. They just can't nail a goal at the moment. Miles out wide. Good enough kick, and Ellis. Now, can he find a target inside the forward 50? Collingwood with numbers back. It's going to go to the pocket. Hampson worked underneath. Fairly low percentage kick in the end. Langdon, that's good stuff by Grigg across the body. Might have Really hurt his hand. Vickery in trouble. Couldn't get rid of it. Well played by Ramsey in the end. And Fasolo and Collingwood around here.
Moore has dropped in behind. Rance is trying to get across in coverage. Can't do that. Now Rance is running back, trying to find a man. Kick meantime from Moore. Inside the forward 50. Galt should mark it. Well outmanoeuvred by Asprey brilliantly. Galt with a chance off the ground. Oh, kicked it straight to McIntosh, and it seemed with intent. And now they bring it away. That's Corey Ellis. And he finds Jack Revolt at left half back. And Greg appears the worse for wear. Nothing to do with the hand that he came in with. He's got to hobble up.
50 here for Richmond. They haven't taken their chances. Grimes is off with an injury. Won't take any further part. Now Greg.
Gee, bring back the Sutling.
Yeah, not looking good for the Tigers.
Galt just panicked a little bit there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, not only did he mess it up, he gave a 50-metre penalty. So it was a double play. Ellis's kick hard for Vickery. That's a good mark. Thought he was underneath the ball. He's a big guy, we know that. That's a great mark. Kicked 6 against the Pies the last time he played against them. Richmond crushed Collingwood late in the year last season.
It was a good mark because he was able to get the mismatch. Ramsey and way taller.
What's the kick here, Doug? Is it the right goalpost?
It has to be always the right goalpost as a right footer. You have a little bit of right to left.
Let's see how closely you can hug it. Pretty good.
Bang. Hit the post.
Yep. Gee, they have missed some shots. I mean, that wasn't easy.
No, that's the perfect kick. If you actually hit that post, you've hit it sweetly. Generally, you just get that touch of right to left as a right footer. So 9 times out of 10, he kicks that.
Williams, straight up the middle. Griffiths got rid of his opponent, got his fingertips to it. Hooley pushed in the back. Looks inside the 50. Lobs to space. Here comes Lloyd. Got hands to it. Couldn't hang on. Spills in front. Langdon. Well, he gave it straight to Lloyd. Lloyd's hand pass at close quarters to Menadue. Just outside the 50. Upended there by Levi Greenwood. Getting through nicely was Cotchinall almost. Knocked it to the advantage of Townsend. In goes Ace. Tackled strongly by Vickery. And it's going to be a free kick. And I think it's going Vickery's way. It's a throw.
No, it's Collingwood free kick.
Collingwood free kick.
There you go. I would imagine just about every lead's covered now.
Took a while to get it back, didn't he? A patient umpire. So Pendlebury just trying to get it outside the danger zone for the moment. Griffiths the only real flyer to go. He got in with Townsend at the same time. Rance toe poking Greenwood, free kick to Rance.
Richmond. Alex Rance.
So the Tigers a bit wounded at the moment. We know Grimes gone. Greg with a bit of a calf problem, we think it was. Rance will shrug this off, you would think.
Move it on. Play on.
So he sets it up. Oh, Hanson got up high. Brown's spoil was good. Sinclair sort of had to throw it away. Revolt got down low. Reed's tackle, I think, was fine. And it's wrapped up in a baller.
Well, they're getting the repeat inside 50s, Richmond, but they are just not making the most of them. A lot of players back there, hard to find space.
Only 5 goals in the game so far. Grundy tries to force it out of there. Aish to Greenwood. Greenwood smothered off the boot. Only goes about 15 metres. Hooley in the opposite direction. Little 1-2 with Ellis. Now a centering ball and a dangerous one. In from the side, missed by Reed. Taken down is short, and I think he'll get a free kick. Tackle was high. On short.
Yeah, just attacked the ball really well. Committed to it. Sinclair, did it slide high, or when you first looked, that was a fair tackle.
So to break the deadlock, this young man on the boot can kick his second goal. He's kicked 1-1. So crumbing forward, well, in this game, 2-1 to half-time would be something. And he comes, and he's got it. Tigers lead by that goal, 26-20. 4 minutes out from half-time, and he's been okay, although he may have heard something there. He's come off, and he's holding that left arm a little strangely as he sits down.
Yeah, no, he looked like he hurt a collarbone or something, but he might be okay. We'll see. So have another look, Lingy.
The first look, it looked okay, the tackle, and that's staying okay. Yeah, unlucky there for Sinclair. That was a fair tackle, and Short's hurt his shoulder from that. He did well to finish with the goal, but he's come straight to the bench getting his shoulder checked out.
So it wasn't a great bounce and allowed to go on. So Hunt getting it from Miles. Tigers, as Denham said, break the deadlock. And Short's contribution, a couple of goals in a low-scoring game, has been significant.
They've put the clamps on Pendlebury too this quarter, Richmond. He's only had the 2 disposals this quarter. Spent the first 5 minutes on the bench, but as Lingy wanted, they've rounded him up a lot better this quarter, Richmond.
Griffiths and Grundy. Cotchin got first hands. Miles goes into help. Cotchin was terrific. Gets it wide. And then Martin on the end of that. Vickery. Good contest. Grundy held it up really well to Brown. Greenwood back to Pendlebury. Now he's in a tight space, Pendlebury, but he got a fairly good kick away. McIntosh went early. Didn't complete the mark. Aish did well. Grundy pushing it forward. Chris getting it wide, and McCaffer. Treloar. Can he find a target? Treloar. Plenty to choose from. Aish, well, he'll be disappointed. McIntosh. Treloar. Back inside, Aish. McCaffer, does he get a knife on it? He doesn't. Hurley will take the mark. And Galt just ragdolled really by Rance.
Ellis. Tigers fans will be happy Ellis is fighting the ball tonight, Brandon Ellis. Meantime, Asprey, the worse for wear. It's nothing new. Ball short of the wing, and the mark is taken by Revolt. Asprey, a brave player, gives it everything and has paid a pretty hefty price in his short career. The football is Lambert, held in by Grundy. This could be holding the footy. No, apparently not. That's good news. Asprey is okay again. Okay, a relative term, of course.
Yeah, I'm not sure he is, Dennis. The doctor's not letting go of his jumper. I don't think he wants him getting involved. No, he's left him now. That's good news. Good sign.
It's a bad sign if the jumper won't be let go by the doctor. Hand pass comes from Townsend, close to the boundary. McIntosh. Ellis sold his teammate Miles into trouble, but found it again. Bounces a hand pass to Martin. Martin is dragged down. It took a gang to tackle him. Adams, incorrect disposal paid against Martin. Now advantage. And tiny hand pass from Sinclair. Brown goes down towards half forward. In front, Blair kept his feet and did well. This is Oxley, who's been handy. Feeds a hand pass to Blair. Blair goes short on the bounce. Treloar back to Oxley. Oxley off balance, and this kick has hit the behind post on the full, so the Tigers will get it.
What a brilliant handball by Treloar there.
Yeah, didn't have to break stride. As we look at Dusty Martin finally get caught holding the ball. They just can't get their hands on it at the moment, Collingwood, and when they do, they muck it up.
Well, the good thing, Duck, they're only a goal behind. 6 more scoring shots.
Dominating possession, Richmond.
Yeah, absolutely. But no real reward on the scoreboard today. So,
Collingwood. Grundy. Up there, push out. Push out.
so Grundy likes to give it off. McCaffer didn't play at all last year. Very short. Adams. So cluttered forward line. Adams got the target, a couple to beat. Hunt wrapped up. Ball not out.
It was high-scoring footy last week, but this one is a low-scoring struggle, but such an important game. Late goal here for the Pies will be huge.
Greenwood in the pocket, snaps and misses to the near side, so a slow burner this one. So just get the feeling with interchange the way it is, it will open up after half-time. Hooley to the pocket. Townsend has been handy. He's a willing worker. It's not a bit raw. He'll drive it around the other side. High ball. Revolt a chance to mark. Over the top, Brown bounced off his chest. Well done by Manager at close quarters. Revolt the beneficiary as the siren sounds of the MCG. And the Tigers lead it by 5. And I'm sure neither coach would be happy, neither set of supporters would be happy either. Untidy game, and both teams would think they had a chance to really do well in this. Well, there's still a half to go. This is Friday Night Football. Collingwood trail Richmond by 5 points at the major break.
So 21 to 26 here. Time now for Swiss 7 play.
During the week. Good on you, Justin. Best of luck. Very emotional. Second half of the MCG. 5 points the margin. Tigers on top. It's been something with an April Fool's Day Classic so far, but the second half might fire up. Knocked down by Hampson. Out of the middle. A long ball from Greenwood inside the forward 50. Rance. A rare mistake, arriving quickly. Hooley, 21 possessions now, and 16 for McIntosh as he goes towards the outer side. Camped in front, Oxley over the top, Menadue. The run comes from Townsend up towards midfield. That's a good kick. Angled, no, just showed too much of it to the defender Ramsey. Knocked it to Sinclair to Reed, and now it's Frost who's got it at right half back. Draws a man, goes over the top. Oxley, Frost kept coming. Greenwood. Frost keeps going down towards the 50, and it's 2-on-1 down here, but 1-on-1 was sufficient for Collingwood. Moore's taken the mark.
That is a fantastic grab from Darcy Moore. Rance closing in. Alex Rance went the open hand spoil then.
Yeah, that's 2 strong marks on Rance now tonight. That's an absolute beauty. The other one was jumping over the top of him, that one in front. That's just the height of this guy, 200 centimetres, really long reach. And when you breach and meet the ball at its highest point, it's just so hard to spoil.
His dad was a wonderful Collingwood player. Kick is on the way, and this one way left and through for a minor score. So we're to a 4-point margin.
I find it strange, Alex Rance going the open hand there. Maybe he thought he had it covered so well that he could just tap it down and actually run onto the ball and get involved. But you'd think in that situation, the big fist, get it out of bounds, was the right play.
This is Rance kicking to centre wing.
Hey, one thing that needs to be noted, Jaden Short kicked a couple of goals, but he was the man that was rounding Pendlebury up in the forward line in that second quarter. Did a good job at it.
Sure has made an impact. Matthew. For Solo. Got Collingwood's opening goal after Lambert kicked the first of the match. So Ramsey to set it up. Lowish kick to fall forward. Ball eludes everyone. Asprey sort of claimed the mark for Solo. Got a poor bounce. There is Short. Has been impressive. At that time gone. So Langdon. Need a lot of disposals to have an impact, and Short's done that so far tonight. So Langdon to bang it back in.
He's about 65 metres from home. Lock on the mark. Long ball goes down towards the kickoff line. In front, Moore looking dangerous down there. Ball bouncing about. Hooley doing a fine job. Menadue. Now Grigg. Hooley wants it back. Now he hesitates. Plenty of help around though. Cochin. Short passes outside the 50. Martin broadens things. He comes out towards the wing, and this guy loves a run, but suddenly frustrated by the bounce, will need to kick it. Langdon coming at him. This kick goes down towards half forward. In front, Short has taken the mark. Well, hasn't had a lot of the ball, but he's done nothing wrong and looked pretty impressive when he's gone at it. Cochin has it. He's on the wing. Little movement coming towards him, apart from Martin, who was only 15 metres away.
Phil, if he has a big second half, they win, Martin, don't you? I mean, his impact's been minor. Normally, his impact's huge.
He's the game breaker.
Kicks to the pocket. Oh, Revolt was a big fly.
It's a good point you bring up, Bruce, because he's an impact player. Not too many impact players out there tonight. He certainly hasn't had a great impact in the first half, but we know he's capable.
So can Collingwood stay within this kick?
On the arm, Richmond.
It's a big free kick against Grundy. Heard why the decision was made, and gives it off. And Hooley, normally a good kick, but he didn't like it the moment he struck it. And Richmond continue to be errant in front of goal. And that really, at the moment, is keeping Collingwood close.
It is. It was the right play to Hooley. Collingwood was slow to get onto the fact he was on his left foot, and a beautiful kick. Just didn't get it at all sweetly.
Williams outside the 50, Rance defiantly from behind, thumps it forward. Ramsey played it pretty well. Adams and Ramsey combine. Adams slung as he kicked. Comes back towards the middle. Blair missed it. Cochin didn't. Gets a hand pass away. Townsend back to Cochin. Now an opportunity for Jack. Smothered off the boot by Frost. Here comes Martin. Martin, a powerful kick across his body. Puts it through. Relentless pressure there from the Tigers. Just willing it forward. Always had a spare man, and it was in good hands at the end. He and Sam Mitchell, so powerful across their bodies. They get a lot on the football. Some players, as they do that, sort of sky it. Not those two, probably the best in the business.
The two players who've got to take over this game for Richmond now. Trent Cotchin winning the initial footy, getting a bit of run, the 1-2, and then it was Dustin Martin, the Tigers star. Great snap. Enjoyed that one. They're going to be crucial this second half. They've got to lift their team.
Biggest lead of the match. Oh, Handsome taking Grundy on there, and nothing happening in the end of the ball up. So Collingwood need the next one. It's so hard to get goals for them tonight.
Well, they've moved Langdon forward, Bruce, so that they're trying things. They really don't have viable targets down there at the moment that can kick goals.
Darcy Moore looks their one marking chance, doesn't he? I mean, Cloak's had a moment or two. Here's De Goey to fall forward. Moore, and that was well done by Vlostone. But Moore's the one guy you feel in a one-on-one can outmark most at the moment.
Vlostone wasting no time. Jack with a big leap at the back, but a strong mark. Oxley, no play on's the call. Bit stiff. Oxley across the body. Goal bundled out of it. Vlostone kept going. He was up for the contact with anyone. The ball's out of bounds.
I think you've got to roll the dice now too with Pendlebury. I know he's been brilliant off half-back, but they've just got to get him on the ball. If they want to win this game, Scott Pendlebury's got to win a stack of it in the middle.
Tigers by 10 points tossed in. Griffiths beaten by Grundy to the back of the pack. Cochin head down, going nowhere.
I mean, right now, penalties playing on short, off half-back. He should be at the cold face right here. They'd be a bit more nervous with him there than a few others.
Grundy does well again down to Adams, who was standing at his feet. Too slick for Grundy, though. Lambert did nicely. Grigg under pressure. Just wriggles free, drives it out of the back pocket. High ball towards the wing. Up was Ramsey, falls behind, taken by Lloyd. He was dragged down, ricocheted off the big fella. Came across to Cochin. Now running through is Jack Revolt. Gives it to Hunt. Hunt kicks inside the forward 50. It wasn't touched, it was just an ugly kick. Williams is on one knee. Meantime, his teammate drags it out of defence, and Pendlebury is running it up.
A couple of bounces to get some good distance. But all Richmond there, no mark taken. Still Richmond though. Vloston completely outnumbered them. Hunt. Well, that was a better looking kick, but he's had two poor entries here. Pendlebury on the end of that. Now to Treloar. Long kick forward. A good one for Solo. Got it. Well done. Taylor Hunt.
Yeah, two really poor decisions by Taylor Hunt. The first one was the choice to not actually join in with his teammates and run the ball right through 50. He had numbers running everywhere. The second one was just a terrible kick to Jack Rewalt. The turnover comes, leading to this Alex Fasolo shot at goal.
So he gets his second and Collingwood stay close. Well, it's a terrible thing to say, but it's the sort of stuff that gets you out of the team, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, you can't do that when you've got the ball and everybody's attacking, everybody's running. You just cannot afford to cough it up that easily. The ball goes down the other end of the ground in a hurry.
The previous kick was even worse, the one that he floated forward.
Here's the Taylor Hunt kick. This one just has to hit. Jack Rewalt was out, gave the ball up, and then this is AFL footy. That ball goes flying down the other end of the ground. You can't give your opponents that much look at it.
Hampson knocks it down. Miles into the arms of Aish. He wriggles free, but not going anywhere. That was a wonderful kick by Treloar too. He kicked it as hard as he could to get it down there towards full forward, and they got the goal. Hampson, the third man up, Cochin trying to help out his big man. Martin, Miles was dragged down. Hunt's in trouble. Strong tackle by De Goey. Sense of purpose in that tackle. Holding the footy, I reckon. Oh, he really latched on, the young fella. De Goey wants to go, told to go. Williams off his step, sends it inside the forward 50. Glostone goes back. Now, he thumps it out of bounds, and this is going to be a contentious issue. It needs to be looked at, I guess. If everything else is deliberate, a deliberate spoil is not deliberate.
And once again, a little bit shaky there, Glostone. You've got to mark those 2 fists. Go the mark.
Ellis's kick gets it outside the 50. Reed read it best and marks. Collingwood have lifted, haven't they? Their last few minutes have been good. And now Langdon, who Richo told us had gone forward at the start of the quarter, I think, Matthew.
Yeah, he's been down there for this quarter, and they're just trying. So it's good by Nathan Buckley. You've got to try things, and they're definitely on top. Langdon needs to make this one count.
I don't think he's ever kicked a goal, Richo.
Oh.
So
He'll kick it.
48th game. He has kicked one now. His very first. And they're in front.
Good comeback by Collingwood. Broad smile from the goal kicker. The Magpies lead by 2. About 5 minutes ago, you thought they were going quietly into the night. Well, I did.
Well, that's the difference between the 2 sides at the moment. Collingwood just making the most of their opportunities in front of goal. Richmond being very wasteful. Good 3 or 4 minutes for the Pies.
Magpies by 2 points then. Bounce back in the middle. Grundy overruns it. Well done by Hampson. Knocks it down to Grigg. Kicks inside the forward 50. Courageous mark. Ramsey goes back and grabs it at centre half back. It's been a contest, no question about that. Here's Sinclair. Will it open up now? Brown, right half back. He's been pretty good. Strong. Adams presents. Wants to go immediately. Knew who was behind him. Runs away from Hampson and kicks it out wide. And Cloak's got it. He wants to move it as well. Wheels around. Sends it down towards half forward. They come from all directions. Oh, more! Almost over the top. Fasolo, he's kicked a couple. Goes to the goal square. Grundy runs in and puts it through. And the margin's over a goal. Spectacular leap by Darcy Moore. Just couldn't hang on. But that's dangerous. When players start jumping like that, defenders become very nervous. The margin is 8 points, and Collingwood suddenly with all the momentum.
Gee, didn't he split the pack then? I mean, as you say, you get nervous, don't you, when a guy like that's around?
Well, Darcy Moore looking dangerous, but Travis Cloak getting the ball up the ground. That's a good combination now, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, and that was a mark, Darcy Moore. That was terrific. And that's a great lesson. Throw yourself at everything.
So Collingwood with a real burst here. 3 goals and 11 kicks. And Moore is the one guy that is making them very nervous down back.
That was a mark.
It was, Duck, and Richmond are worried about him. Griffiths was on him deep. Now Gloston's on him. He's got a real mismatch. Collingwood know it, and they're isolating him as the deepest forward.
So the Pies get their big lead of the match after Tigers looked to be sort of in control 6 or 7 minutes ago. Ramsey's been very good. Nothing wrong with Reed. Great to have him back. Just 9 games in the last 2 years.
Oh.
What about that for a kick from Reed? Lovely mark by Greenwood. This is the best Collingwood have played all season, and Cloak takes a beauty. He winds himself up, kicks to the top of the square. Fasolo set himself. Treloar waits for it, turns, gets a kick away to fall forward. Moore and Minaju. Gee, Collingwood suddenly got a taste, haven't they?
They have. Travis Cloke's getting on his bike, getting up the ground. He's getting a bit of confidence, and that bloke right there, he's threatening to take over this game.
Tigers on the ropes at the moment. Vickery taps it down. McCaffer slapped back towards goal by Martin. And he concedes it behind, and Tigers get the ball back.
Isn't it amazing? You see Darcy Moore take a big mark fly like that. Travis Cloke gets confidence from a young kid. They've all lifted around him.
Martin in the pocket then. Gives it back. Asprey, who kicked it in, rushes up. Minaju confronted. Slips a hand pass to Lambert. Needs a runner. Asprey. Well done, Asprey. Now he gets a man in space. That's Hunt. No one to kick to, though. Up the ground, all Collingwood. Hunt loops a hand pass. Minaju's got the same problem. He's forced to go back, or, as it turned out, just up in the air. Langdon. Greenwood. Gives it across to Pendlebury. Over the shoulder, clever. Langford. Crisp is a left footer, so he hasn't got much hope there. Dragged down. McCaffer got the crumb, though. Sinclair a centering ball for Solo and Hurley. For Solo over the top. Couldn't hang on. Spills in front, picked up by Townsend. Gave it to Hurley. Now Ellis is away. Accelerates out towards the Great Southern Stand. On the move up ahead. Well, he ignored Lloyd. Heard the voice, went back to Hurley. They hesitated. Now they go in. Kick clears the pack. Pendlebury left the ball behind. Shortest kick too. And the youngster runs in and gets his third. How about that? Well, edge of your chair stuff right there. Both sides had some chances. And this young fella's got 3 goals.
Jeez, more than a cameo now, isn't it?
Yep.
Don't see Pendlebury make mistakes too often, do you? He was under the pump. He was under pressure.
Goes to show even the champs can make a mistake.
He was the last man standing, wasn't he?
And even the greats make mistakes. See there, the captain, Pendlebury, just run over the footy. And, well, there's the reaction. As Bucks knows, that just doesn't happen too often, so those will fly off the handle at it.
Ducky also knows about the momentum of the match, doesn't he? Because it was all pies. Actually, Shorts turned Pendlebury inside out a couple of times tonight. I mean, he took a mark on him, but Collingwood have had a good burst here. De Goey sets up a high ball for Solo! Well, he was up there he's paid it for a push, I think. And suddenly Collingwood look dangerous up forward, don't they?
While he was in the air, Bruce, he flew so well, and the push came when he was up there. Oh, Macintosh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well spotted.
So for Solo for his 3rd goal, he's kicked 3, so short, Collingwood get away again. Well, he's, you talked about him, Dennis, early in the match. He's capable for Solo. He's had a couple of really good years. Last year was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, he finished strong. And something that does separate him from the pack, as we saw there, he's got a leap.
We wonder where the goals were going to come from tonight for Collingwood. Well, we've found one goal kick, haven't we?
And this is a great fly from Fasolo. Remember last week we saw him fly and land on his neck really awkwardly. Landed a little bit better on that occasion. Well, good pick up by the umpire too.
Yeah, great. And Lingy out of the middle. Kick from Cochin, floats towards half forward. Sinclair got a fist on it, sends it wide. Grigg will want his left side. Comes around, made it tricky. Martin, we know, hard to bring down. Cochin needed to be pinpoint. Lambert did okay, knocked it to his own advantage. Now Martin charges to the 50. Vacant goal square, getting across. Vickery has taken the mark. It's a bit of a kick. Vickery on the angle, he needs to come back and just put it through. Where's the angle, first of all? That's right, he's on it now. So Vickery can go to his left. He's got more space than last year.
15 seconds gone.
Maybe with the outside of the boot, if he doesn't think he can kick it truly here.
He's slowly cribbing.
All these things rushing through his mind, and the umpire says, come on.
Call play on.
Well picked up by the
Call
umpire.
play on.
Well, you could have, couldn't you? If he was edging around. There's Vickery anyway. 10 metres out, kicks. Well, I think he's got it. Good pressure kick. Well, that's a very good point you make. I mean, you don't straighten them up, do you? I mean, it's play on.
Not once they've already been straightened up once and set on their line. If you choose to go around.
That's right.
Didn't Martin dig in there when they needed him, yeah?
It was all about the straight and narrow. That was a needle eye opening, and he put it through.
They laid off him there, Bruce. They didn't even attempt to come and tackle. It was more of his own. And this is the cribbing here. You can see here, Ty, he wants to play on. But it's when he goes back to have his shot that he just slowly comes around. And the umpire probably should have called play on.
Adams to Blair. Good sidestep by Blair. And suddenly a game that couldn't find a goal, or really a highlight in the first half, has come alive, but still so close. Good mark again, courageously from McIntosh. Cochin's been good. Out wide. Strong mark, Townsend. Just gets his kick in time. Reed. Search for it, he did well. Pendlebury. Asks a bit of Williams. He's a left footer. Lambert wrapped him up. Good decision. And that's holding the ball. Adams' tackle was terrific on Hampson.
So this game's lifted.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, they only had one thing going for it at half-time. It was tight.
Missed by Townsend. Greenwood's got it. Hooks it around the body. 50-50 ball. Asprey won't get there in time. McCaffin knocks it on, and then anticlimactic. The ball goes out of bounds, and Reed is all the way back. Dogged by injury in his career. Didn't think twice. Just went back into those other two players coming up behind him. Just a jaunt. Tough game. That's footy in general. Flicked down by Hampson. Taken by Treloar. Pendlebury sold into trouble. Martin's got it. Some quality around this football. Chance for Greenwood. Hampson gave it to Revolt to Greg. There's Martin, full-chested, little chip up towards the wing. Lambert's got it, looking down towards half-forward. Vickery is drifting back. Ball goes in that direction. I'll get two big blokes up here. Neither of them took the mark. Falls to Lloyd, gives it to Greg. Greg sends it long down towards full forward. Menadue is down there, trying to slap away as Oxley. Race in two. Oxley gets a fist in there. Knocks it towards the boundary. Desperate stuff. That's holding the football. Surely it just fell to the ground. Williams comes through, trying to get out of there. He was legged. Down goes Treloar, but it's coming back.
Oh, fantastic contest, both players. Just hoping that the cavalry would arrive to help them out. This game has gone up a notch. Both these teams know how important it is.
One thing Collingwood have done, Lingy, they've denied Richmond marks this quarter, only 8 for the quarter, and if Richmond don't take 20 to 25 marks, they really struggle to control the play, and Collingwood have denied them that, as Carlton did for 3 quarters last week. This quarter's been spot on from Collingwood in that regard.
Not a great kick coming out, and Asprey read it better than Cloak, and then puts it back to about 30 metres. Hampson, the only one flying. Frost couldn't keep up with him there.
It was really clever by Griffiths. If you have a look here, just protected the space behind, kept Pendlebury out of the contest, put his arms up. Pendlebury said it was a shepherd, but that's fair.
Heard the umpire saying he's entitled to just stand there because he doesn't go off his line. Well umpired.
So he's missed a couple of shots this season from set shots. This would be big. This gives Richmond the lead. And that's a much better looking kick. But just at the last minute, it drifts into the post. So Richmond's set shots have been a problem for them for a lot of the night, haven't they?
Collingwood by 2 points then. Williams had a good game. His kicking has been powerful. He's flirting with the idea of kicking it to himself. Does that, but gets a little cramp for room on his left side. Oh dear. Straight to Lloyd. Now Lloyd can finish. Doesn't need to think about anything else but just easing around and kicking it.
That is one of the first times Williams has actually gone short tonight.
Yeah.
And he's muffed it.
He was trying to align himself onto his left foot. Around comes Lloyd anyway. He snaps and he lights it up the boot. He's celebrating, but it was halfway there. So Tigers are back in front. Interesting player. We said that at the outset. To Sam Lloyd, that's his first goal tonight. Generally, Riewoldt has been the man down there, and rightly so. And what Lloyd's got to do is just find where he fits in with Riewoldt, the other forwards. And Short probably has stolen the show.
Well, here's that turnover from Marley Williams. Just hit the outside of the boot. He's kicked a lot of his kick-outs tonight, straight down the middle, long. Tried to be precise there, and it cost them a goal.
League change number 6. Lloyd's got a great record against the Pies. His other couple of matches he's played against them, he's kicked 3. Big fly from Griffiths, Cochin with the clearance. Now Reid, so Collingwood need to regroup a little here. Pendlebury, so sweet. Gee, that's a good kick. Grundy wanted to get it on in a hurry. He had Blair short, but now he puts Aish under a little bit of pressure. Back to Pendlebury and then a cough up. So not well worked out. Grundy sort of got them poorly aligned there. Hooley, centimetre perfect. Sorry, Dan. To Cochin. Back to Cochin again, but again not such a good kick, and Oxley gets it away.
Oxley, dangerous kick, off hands, falls in front. Well done by Adams, knocked it to Aish. Aish hand passes to Ramsey. It's coming back though. Well, they've lost Stone, has to wait for it, bearing down McCapper. Rance had his hands full tonight, goes to Hooley. He goes across the ground, 50-50 ball. Can Langdon get up in time? It bounces his way. He's got help, Langdon. Just needs to knock it out. Anything he can do, he can't. It's held to him by Hunt. The solo is free and lurking like a shark at a shipwreck.
The 3 goals behind him, eh? Trelaw. Oxley, ball not squeezed out quite yet now. Menadue, good handball. Hampson, just ragdoll Greenwood, who's disappointed with that. Menadue's kicked forward. Jack hasn't kicked one so far tonight. That one gets to centre half forward. Vickery's hands are good. Martin could kick a goal. Misses, check-sided. And he and Pendlebury square up.
I think Pendlebury suggesting Cochin was on. Elected not to hand pass. Oxley, I like Oxley. He's a right half back. 5 points the margin. Tigers on top. Well, terrible kick. Knocked away by Greg. Charging up, anxious to make amends is Williams, but he miscues again. And he kicks it directly to Brandon Ellis. There's a man on deep and it's Jack at half forward. Reid was just playing off him, giving him enough rope. Well read by Ellis. He went back then to Rance, who squares it to Vlastone. Vlastone over the top to Hooley. He's played a whale of a game. Not much on to kick to, though. Short again. Miles. Run came from Grigg. That's better. Now suddenly they've got a spear man. This is Menadue, although Collingwood get across quickly and close him down. Menadue, the youngster, looking down towards full forward. In the goal square is Vickery. He's one out by himself. Ball goes in that direction. They close on him now. Off hands. And through for a minor score.
That was a better build-up by the Tigers. Both sides frantic in the way they're going from end to end, but making mistakes. Richmond just had a little bit more composure, used the footy, took their time, and they get a shot at goal.
6-point margin. Good kick, Pendlebury. Oxley, good return by him. So, less than a minute remaining, and what's been a fabulous quarter. Vlastone cuts it off. So many intercept marks tonight. And here's a chance. Greenwood held on to for Solo. Langdon had never kicked a goal before tonight. Well, he's missed what he really should have hammered home. He got one earlier in this quarter.
Should have kicked that one. That would have been a huge goal. You mentioned the turnovers, Bruce. Nick Floston there, probably just laying back on his kick a little bit. Showed too much of the footy to Collingwood. Nearly a costly one. I think Richmond now probably go into a little bit of safe mode. 20 seconds to go into three-quarter time with the scores the way they are.
So the margin at quarter time was 1 point for the Tigers, 5 at half time. That's where we are at the moment. Collingwood got to a goal and a half lead in this quarter. Richmond got a little further in front of that, I think. Martin's had a good turn. Miles, Grigg. It's just about going to be it. So all set up perfectly on this Friday night. Lots of questions coming in for both these teams. Richmond got the win last week. Collingwood were hammered in Sydney. And we had the Tigers 5 points in front. Same margin as half-time. A lot more goals in that quarter, though. 4 apiece. The skipper won a big last quarter. He's played well. Can Cloak hit the board? Martin was important. Three-quarter time, that man there has been a factor, Darcy Moore. And on a Friday night at the G, it's the Tigers by 5 points over the Pies.
60, so both teams have plenty up their sleeve there, but Richmond are down one player, remember. Dylan Grimes is out of the game.
Tigers lead it by 5 then, starting the final term. Friday night football at the G. Hampson and Grundy. One down by Grundy, taken by Adams. Treloar breaks away, looks inside the forward 50, tumbles an awkward one down there. Rand stumps it out, or sort of. Hooley, errant hand pass for Solo. Cloak goes with the right boot, and he puts it through. How about that? Oh, that's a fairy tale. With the right foot, if you don't mind.
Great response to him, wasn't it?
Oh, great response. They know how important he is to this footy team. So on his opposite foot, that's just a great goal. And Pendlebury started in the middle in this last quarter. He has to have a big influence, the captain.
Feels significant, doesn't it? Feels significant.
Oh, great handball by Fasolo, and Clokey on his opposite foot bangs one through, and look at the reaction. Look at his teammates. They know how important he is to this footy team, especially in this last quarter.
Hampson got up high. So again, another league challenge. Gets a second crack, Cochin a lot of the ball. Pendlebury was searching. Martin a huge third quarter. The old fend off from Dusty. Grigg's handball okay. Lambert likes the last quarter at this end of the ground. He's done it again. Kicked the first, puts them back in front. Gee, doesn't Kane like that end of the ground in the last quarter? Gee, what about Dusty, eh? The old, don't get in my way, boy.
It's truly remarkable with that.
Great start to the last quarter.
Friday night footy is when the superstars stand up. Travis Cloak at one end. Dusty Martin with the big fend off to set up the goal. Brilliant. Great start to this last quarter. Nobody's really grabbed the game yet.
Tigers by 5. Hampson knocks it down. Grigg tackled immediately. Hampson only as far as Adams. Kept his head over the top. Grundy finds himself in space. Runners ahead, gives it to Blair. Blair inside the 50 to Cloak. Now he goes with his left. And he's missed. It wasn't your straightforward lefty.
He had a bit more time, didn't he? Would have brought the house down. And it's a big house here. Rance belts it away. He hasn't quite been himself tonight, Rance, has he? I mean, hasn't done a lot wrong. Blair just hasn't given him all that run that we normally get. Blair can't get through. Cochin's getting down and dirty. Liked his game. Lloyd averages 3 goals against the Pies. Kicked one in this quarter. Martin's had a wonderful second half, running hard. To McIntosh. And Ellis gets the mark. So Tigers lead by 4 points. Only once this millennium they've been 2-0, and only once this millennium the Pies have been 0-2. So let's see what unfolds. Ellis goes back to McIntosh. They don't gain much. They get themselves into a bit of a hole.
As a result, McIntosh under pressure straight to Adams. Adams goes looking for Treloar. The Giants connection. Treloar wheels around, takes on the man on the mark. Too nimble there for Martin. Kicks inside the forward 50, close to the boundary. Getting across, Cloak touched it just inside the field of play. Or is it out of bounds on the full? It's out of bounds on the full. So Rance will take this kick out of the back pocket. Place is really simmering now. High ball, close to the boundary. Cleared Vickery and his opponent out there. Now it's with Langdon. Lays it off to Ramsey.
Goes long to that pocket again. For solid, brilliant half volley. He's good enough from there. He's kicked 4, and the Pies are back in front. Hey, we've got a Friday night special now. What a pickup.
Oh, great pickup off your toes. He knows where the goals are. He's been very, very good tonight. But more importantly, that's a kick to a dangerous position. And that was a great pickup. Pendlebury's gone into the middle. He's been in the middle from the start of this quarter. Don't think he's touched the footy for the last quarter, but I love the fact that they've put their best player and their captain on ball.
Alex Fasolo, a couple of years ago, spent a bit of time across half-back. He came out and stated, I want to be a forward. I'd prefer to play as a forward. That's because he can do things like that. That's a true forward's footy brain. Pick up the ball, only half a second to snap over the shoulder. Huge goal.
Fasolo's career high is 5. 4 times 4. He's got 4 right now in a low-scoring affair. And the umpire wants it back. Drama of the MCG. Collingwood lead by 2 points. Like a couple of sumos. Hampson and Grundy. Grundy hesitated, then he tapped it down. Lambert, bit slick there for Hooley. Cochin comes back towards Ellis. That's Corey Ellis. Kicks to a contest. Williams won. Knocked it away from Martin. Grundy got a hand pass off it. Ricochet towards Crisp. Blair's taken down. Corey Ellis got him. Now a chance for Martin. Slips a hand pass away. Cochin. Unexpected space. Goes back towards the middle. Hampson. The run comes from half-back. Storming through the middle. The kick comes in towards the forward line. And what a mark down there by Jack. Asprey put it above the head of Langdon. And Riewoldt has been able to claim it. Hold your breath.
Brilliant, Jack Riewoldt. That is a beautiful sit. Eyes on the footy. Wow, what a kick this is.
Riewoldt, normally a good kick. He's got his first goal. That could uncork the genie. They were controlled across half-back, Richmond. They came forward with method. And it was an intelligent kick. It really put the defender for Collingwood in a bind.
Great call, Dan. It really was the jumping jack, wasn't it? And a good finish. Cochin's been good tonight. We've talked a lot about him.
Oh, this is an absolute beauty of a mark. And this game, this is an absolute ripper. This is what you want on Friday night footy. Both teams now end-to-end goals.
You're spot on, Duck, because the lead has changed 5 times for the last 5 goals in this match. So collectively 10 for the whole match.
The game's open up. Both sides have used 60 interchange at 3/4 time. So anyone that says that rule hasn't had an impact, have a look at this last quarter.
It was the total opposite, wasn't it, for the first half? Goals hard to come by, a little bit stagnant, but those rotations clearly having an impact. Game opening up.
Gold, who's had a quiet one.
Well, Richmond should get an advantage at this situation here, guys. They have a spare player around the stoppages, whereas Collingwood have Nathan Brown back as a loose defender.
See if they can take advantage. Miles, Lambert, they do squeeze it out. Aish. Well, coughed it up. Short. And well done, Chris. But a really good opening term. Fantastic year last year. Long kick wide. Pendlebury and Hooley. Hooley's been outstanding. Over 30 disposals tonight, along with Cochin. 12th time he's done it. Cochin 29th. Tigers with their nose in front here.
Yeah, this interchange so important, isn't it? Congratulations to the AFL. They've changed the face of things now. Knocked down in front, taken by Lambert. High ball inside the forward 50. And just standing there. Brown took the mark on his chest. He wants to go. Not a particularly good kick, although bounces obligingly for Ray. She's got a helper outside. Sinclair, the runner, then sends it down towards the centre wing position, and Blair to the overlap of Ramsey, looking down towards half forward. Poor kick. And the mark has been taken down there by McIntosh. He's had a good night.
He has. He's played a lot down back. So Rance off a step, slows it up a bit. Collingwood with numbers here. More. Gee, that's a good effort by Asprey. He was outflanked. And the Tigers get a little win, I reckon, there, because Collingwood were in a good spot.
Yeah, just a little touch there from David Asprey. Just got it to his teammates' advantage. Menadue, could have been a Collingwood ball.
So Golden Hanson, good give by Greg. Kick by Miles, okay. Talked about the influence of Martin after half-time.
Sure.
It's a beautiful kick to Vickery. And Vickery's got Martin going past, but he sells him into big trouble.
Well, that was poor. Vickery, though, got the footy, gave it to Menadue. Oh, that was clever by Hurley. Griffiths, and he broadens things to Ellis, almost run down. Got the kick away, and in short, the tumbling mark is taken by Lambert. He's booted a couple. And sometimes the presence of Dustin Martin can unsettle his teammates. Vickery just should have opted out of that altogether, but Martin is such an imposing figure as he goes past, bustling and no doubt calling for the football. The temptation was there. What a beautiful kick, though, from Martin initially. Demanded something. The Vickery coming to the ball. Now Lambert takes something off the kick, and the mark is taken in front by Revolt. What a clever kick to space, and then in turn to Jack.
That is brilliant. Just a brilliant kick there from Kane Lambert. At the last second, taking a bit off it. Everybody thought that was going long. Allowed Rewalt to come at the footy. Nice strong grab by Jack, but that was a fantastic kick. Smart play.
Huge kick. Doubt he'll miss this one. 25 metres out directly in front, and they stretch their lead to out over a goal. Tigers up by 10. Approaching the midway point of the final term. Terrific crowd, boisterous crowd. And since halftime, they've really been served up a combative game of football.
Well, these are the two clubs with over 70,000 members. They've turned up tonight. Cracking second half, tight first half. What a weekend for the Revolt family. And Jack, with a couple of last quarter goals, making a difference here. And Lambert, can't he play a last quarter? Holding the footy, so Tigers getting the run on here. Lloyd, normally constructive. We've talked about the fact that he is a lovely kick. Goes short to Vlosten. Richmond keeping the pressure going. Vickery in a great spot. Too much space.
I'm not sure how that could happen. Vlosten got the ball, and Vickery had 15 metres over the back.
Well, here's the holding the ball. A bit hard to get those out. A bit probably harsh there, but it's just quick ball movement. That's what it is, and that's what the Tigers have had. Get the ball up there quickly to the forward's advantage, and Vickery, well, he had his name written all over that.
Kicked 3 last week. He's got 1 tonight. So he's had a pretty good start to the year. 31 goals last year. And Richmond kick away. They're not home. They're going to be hard to catch now. Collingwood are going to have to really play a fantastic last 10 or 12 minutes. Game has just completely opened up, hasn't it? He's coming into his prime, Vickery, 25 years of age. Big unit.
Big kick from Ty Vickery. He loves it. The Richmond fans love it. They've got the momentum. Last 5 clearances, last 5 inside 50s for Richmond.
Biggest lead of the night. Griffith's got it down. Townsend gave it across towards his captain. Comes back in his direction. Townsend on all fours.
Hold him. Fine.
And we'll get a ball up.
Thank you.
Under that pack is Mills, or Miles rather.
Scott Pendlebury on the bench, guys, still hasn't had a touch in this last quarter. This really might be something going on with that rib. He just doesn't look comfortable around the contest tonight.
Ash in desperate trouble. Townsend descending on him. Scott Pendlebury.
You're right, Richo. He started in the middle and didn't have a touch for the first 10 minutes, so they've put him on the bench.
Third man up, Greg. Only as far as Oxley. Slips it away. De Goey. Williams confronted. Back to De Goey. Hurriedly upended by Lloyd. Kick only goes about 15 metres. And claiming the mark is Greg, and it's paid. Still inside the centre square. Margin 16 points, as I said. Biggest of the night. Greg comes out wide. The mark is taken by Hunt. Get the feeling another goal will make it very difficult for Collingwood. Asprey just lobs it down towards half forward, and the mark almost taken there by Menadue. Just thought that Ace could have done a little better there. Menadue has got it forward of the wing, short. Cochin kicks inside the forward 50. Lloyd will fly up. He goes punched away from behind by Frost. Falls in front. Martin fell over. Sinclair applies a tackle. I think Miles again in there somewhere. Townsend short picked themselves up as well, and we'll have a ball up.
So Vickery probably wins it. Blair, good give. Treloar off a step. Difficult ball to mark. Oh, wonderful take by Fasolo. 4 goals tonight. It's not a good sign, isn't it, when you're a couple of goals down, 2.5 goals down, and you've got to retreat. Oxley. Now, Chris may be on, but they need some good field kicking here.
Well, they've got to win this game.
Yep.
They can't worry about doing this.
Darcy Moore's one out down the line. The way he's been jumping up footy tonight, give him a chance.
You've got Grundy on Menadue as well, Lingy.
Oh,
It's a good mark by the little fella Blair.
He's got about 20 centimetres down the line, Grundy. I don't know why you wouldn't kick it to your ruckman.
We can see them at the end of that shot there, Richo. So Blair goes now a big pack, and Rance is in a good spot. So that's just poor play by Collingwood.
Well, that's the difference, though. Richo's right. Collingwood players didn't want it. They didn't demand it. They didn't lead. There was no movement. So that's not the player with the footy. That's the player up the ground saying, kick it down here, demanding the footy.
But also, because they took so long to do it, Doug, and they were just so stagnant, Richmond had all the time in the world to fix up those matchups, get the numbers right the way they wanted to. Had to go quick.
Cochin to Rance, not 15. Plenty onto the outer side. Fasolo is getting back to challenge. Knocks it away. Leads in the race. Could have been held for Solo. Running out of space. No help. Needs to get it out of bounds. Didn't dare do that. Over the ball is Hunt. Hand passes around the boundary. Adams has got it. Confronted by Blostone. Despairing lunge by Hunt. Mark is dropped further afield by Grundy, and it rolls away from him. Treloar on his knees. Gives it to Ace. Ace around the corner. Has kicked the goal. Margin is back to 10 points. Desperate stuff. And what about Fasolo's effort on the boundary?
Well, that's the reason why they got that goal, Dennis. It was his desperation. Scrapped a goal. Grundy just have to take those marks.
It's Aisha's first kick, by the way. He's had a lot of handballs. First kick.
One in, guys.
This was the dangerous one here for Richmond. He got called to play on Rance, but then he went 50 metres across the ground. It hung in the ground forever. Well done from Fasolo. He hustled over there. They kept it alive, and eventually they get a goal with Ace, but it was that long kick across the ground.
So first kick tonight for Ace. First kick as a pie, had a lot of handballs. Grundy kicks it forward.
Free kick. Back at Tosh, is it? Yeah.
So against Moore. That's pretty short, so he's going to have to go again here, Rance. So Collingwood still with a very big chance in this match. Good kick. Townsend had a really good opening half. Tough nut. Martin. None better after half-time. Ellis. That said, I'm thinking Fasolo with his 12 disposals is almost the most influential player out there. Ellis kicks to half forward.
Big pack right on the 50. And in front, it's pushed across the line by Short. Collingwood have to get the next goal.
Dustin Martin loves his Friday nights, Bruce. 15 Brownlow votes from his 12 Friday night games. As you said, since half-time, he's been huge.
Grundy knocked it down. Stolen by Cochin. Rolls out the back. Adams is claimed. Corey Ellis hanging on. Ball up outside the 50.
Pendlebury back on, playing on ball. Need a lift from the skipper.
It's at the Tigers' end. Hampson, vigorous. Treloar tackled strongly, taken down. Ball fell out, and Lambert will get the free. He's kicked a couple. One in this term. I venture to say too far out to score, but they've been dangerous deep in attack. Griffiths will fly from behind. Hands to it, couldn't take the mark. Sinclair was grabbed. In trouble, Ramsey. Ball fell at his feet. Greenwood went down. Martin grabs the football, and he's missed. Margin is 11 points.
Gee, another ordinary kick in. Ray coughs it up. Greg tight in the pocket, and that's out on the floor. So
It's a big let off.
yeah, it is. He'd been able to just sidestep and open up the angle for the left footer. So Collingwood a little nervy in this situation at the moment. Rance misses the mark. Gets it to Hurley. Hurley hooks it back to a dangerous spot. Vickery, Frost missed it. Vickery uses the body well. Revolt's going to kick a third. He does. Jack, 3 last quarter goals. See a lot of play. I mean, tonight, to me, Jack Frost is just not playing well. I mean, he's played some good footy, but not tonight. And once that ball went in high, and Vickery was able to work it, and Revolt's had a massive last quarter. The cream's come to the top, guys, hasn't it?
These are just the moments where the great defenders mark those, or at least 100% get a spoil and rush it through. Jack Frost letting it bounce, and then Jack Riewoldt just swooped on it. When the game's been there to be won, it's been Jack Riewoldt who's stood up most throughout this second half, especially the last quarter.
Well, good players, great players. Whether you've played a bad quarter or a bad 3 quarters, you stand up in big moments. Jack's done that in the last quarter.
Grundy knocks it down. Martin grabs it, kicks it out wide towards right half forward. Getting back, Collingwood control the footy. Crisp across to Reid, who's made a fine comeback. Treloar, who's been very good, takes the mark on the wing. The crowd finding voice about his comments. But he signed with Collingwood over the Tigers, goes short to Grundy. They've waited a while, though. This game's been in the balance for a long time. Collingwood will need to do everything right if they're going to snatch it out, including marking the footy. Crisp missed it. Little 1-2 between Cochin and Ellis. Brandon Ellis turns the defence around. Williams, feeling a little uncomfortable, runs back towards the goal square, then swings it out wide. Treloar's got it. Pendlebury is on for the next one. Sends a high ball. To go, he's got to get across and help. Well, it wasn't required. That was a terrific mark taken by the skipper. Pendlebury realises time is of the essence. Kicks it down towards half forward. Storming up the ground is Cloak. Couldn't hang on. Loose ball at the back.
To go, he's got it. Needs to be cleared off for Solo. Nearly. Going to pay it. Dennis said earlier that his career high is 5. Interesting call from the umpire. He had a good grip of it. He is such a skillful player.
As Darcy Moore would be, have a chat about that. He held it for a bit longer, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's kicked his 5th. He has. He's got a handful, and there's still a chance. He's played a game, hasn't he? I mean, every time he's gone on a one-on-one, you've backed him in, haven't you?
Yep, absolutely.
He's had sticky fingers, hasn't he?
He's competed well too, Duck, hasn't he?
Yep.
Really competed well.
He's won a lot of 50-50 balls. That was a 50-50 ball.
Yep. And Pendlebury, good on him. I mean, he hasn't had an influence in the last quarter, but he imposed himself there on centre wing.
Just such a good finisher. He's on song tonight, doing everything right, winning 50-50 balls and kicking goals that they need.
5 of 11. 85 plays 74, still plenty of time. Knocked down by Galt, carried on, may have taken the man high, Cochin. Cochin did well though, gave it to Greg. He tumbles a kick on the bounce inside the forward 50. Reid hand passes out wide as Ramsey got the toe. Well, he didn't have the bounce, but he fought back strongly across to Oxley. Now it's with Treloar, loops a hand pass across to Adams. Adams back to his former teammate and current teammate, goes across the ground. Hunt did well to effect the kick, bounces towards Griffiths. He couldn't control it. In comes Greg, wins a hard ball, gives it to Miles, and Miles has pinpointed the kick down to Vickery. Moving on, and the short one demanding it down there was Lloyd. I'm not sure that was the option. Knocked away by Frost, picked up by Reid. In comes Revolt. Did he have the football? Play on's the call. In goes Martin, brushes aside an opponent, centres the ball, and Griggs taking the mark inside the 50.
Dustin Martin again, the composure under pressure, big moment of the game. Just play on.
Runs around and on the numbers. Gives it a ride, wrong side of the post.
To Basher Hooley.
He's been good tonight, Hooley. A heap of the footy. Would have loved to have kept his night off with that one.
So Collingwood going to roll the dice. They're still close enough to win. Brown's long ball. Can Cloak have an influence here? Did pretty well there. Turned his man. Blair's quick. Hooley's got to go at the other end now. Still Blair tapping forward for Solo. Why not for Solo? Boundary throw in. Forward 50 for the Pies. Plenty of time for a couple of goals. And that man's kicked 5 tonight. And he lurking in the goal square would be the big danger for Richmond at the moment. Oxley, third man up. Adams got a little hand in there. Ball squeezes out. McCaffer. McIntosh, where's the ball? Ball up.
The tackle, McIntosh locked it in. A draw not out of the question. Margin 12 points. 3.5 minutes to go. Galt's getting a free kick, holding the call. Hardwick. Not amused. Galt. Man on the mark is about 40 metres out. The young fella hasn't seen much of the football tonight. Just a couple of possessions. This is huge. Runs to the 50. Kick is on the way. Has it got the carry? It'll fall a couple of metres short. And helped on its way across the line by Hampson. Still time, though, for Collingwood to kick 2. But if they hold the Tigers scoreless, they could win by a point.
So Hooley, career high tonight. Close to the line. And Revolt has had such an impact in the final quarter. 3 fourth-term goals for Jack tonight. Hampson wins it down. Treloar so busy. Pendlebury, good hands. To go, his kick is a good one. Right towards the goals. Oh, big fly coming from Moore. Rance decided to come the defensive side. That's a great play by Rance. How important that will be. Gee, did well. Gets to Greg.
Short one to Martin. Still inside the defensive 50. Martin coming up to his 30th possession right there. Gets it to Miles. But left half back. So the onus really on Collingwood now. Just over 2 minutes to go. Wonderful second half. A real contest. Off hands. Galt gets back first to Brown. Sweeping hand pass to Williams. Williams does well. Back to the middle. McCaffer. No time to waste. Gave it to Sinclair. Sinclair to Adams. He's confronted. Kicks it inside the forward 50. Holding down the ground. How will they call it? The dangerous for Solo is getting the free kick against Rance. He's kicked 5. Collingwood. Their 12th goal beckons and he puts it through. It's been a solo effort of sorts. 5 points the difference.
So he's kicked 3 goals in the last quarter to go with his 3 in the first 3 quarters.
Just have a look at the top of your screen here. Alex Rance on for Solo, grabbing the arm, clear free kick. I think Rance just panicked a little bit there. Wasn't sure where the footy was because he'd taken his eyes off it.
And you know, full credit to Fasolo because he's made them nervous.
That's exactly right. That's what happens when you put yourself in dangerous positions. Defenders get nervous.
And Duck, the great thing about that is, and it's a great lesson for any forward, keep moving around. Don't stand still. By moving around, he made something.
Spot on, Richo.
So 5 points at half-time, 5 points at three-quarter time, 5 points now. Fasolo, 5 goals after half-time, 6 for the match. Collingwood with a real chance. Greenwood out of the centre. Fasolo again. Didn't get a crack at it, and well done. They doubled up and Vloston took the mark. But Collingwood are in their forward 50.
McIntosh in the back pocket. Wonderful judgment by Vloston. Didn't get ruffled. Eyes only for the football and judged it onto his chest. McIntosh kicks around this broadcast side. Ball close to the boundary. It's out. We'll have a throw in. What a finish. None of us saw this coming at half-time. Dull game to half-time. Brilliant game since. You can see the crowd. Just under 73,000. The big fellas lock up. Hampson knocks it down. Koch in a hurried kick. It opens things up for the Magpies. Ramsey to a left footer alongside so Williams can go for distance. Dangerous high ball. They're queuing up down there. Cloak got a hand to it. Hooley got a hand pass out. Cochin. Slick hands away. Ellis's hand pass. Miles a chance. Gives it to a man under the pump. Brandon Ellis. Bounces awkwardly for Williams. Ellis dives in. And they tie it up. Down towards the wing. 48 seconds to go. That's at playing time. 5 points the Tigers' way. And both coaches on the edge of their respective seats. Wide of the pack. Here's a chance for Greenwood. In and out of trouble. Ramsey.
To Reid. They can't make a mistake now, Collingwood. It's got to be smooth sailing from here. Williams. Grundy. Treloar. Arches his back. Goes for goal. Pendlebury had a look. Fasolo's kick 6 he's held on to. No free kick. Vloston away. Is that deliberate? It is. One last roll of the dice. Darcy Moore. What does he do here? Does he put it to the top of the square?
Well, if he's got the legs, he can run around. Remember, he's got 10 metres, Bruce. He can run around a fair way.
Sets it up. One mark. Hasn't happened. Still a chance. Is it a goal? It is. The Pies are in front. Was it Grundy? It's Grundy. It is unbelievable. Drops a sitter earlier tonight and may have delivered the winning blow.
What a goal this is. Pack flies. Fraction of a second to put it on the boot. Brodie Grundy and his teammates come from everywhere. They know how big that is. Well, what a game of footy.
Well, they got the 2 straight we talked about. And it seems impossible now that they could lose. Richmond's only chance, a quick kick out of the middle of the mark. Grundy feeling it, up high. Hampson needs to kick it quickly. Inside the forward 50. Siren's gone. It's all over. Collingwood have snatched one. A remarkable comeback.